For more than a century, Jewish Family Service of St. Paul has been providing a lifeline to people in need. We offer programs to individuals and families to assist them in obtaining the skills and resources they need to meet life's challenges with dignity. JFS is proud to be a safe place where everyone is welcome.
So I think one of the really unique things about our JFS Aging and Disability Services is the diversity of the client population, older adults that we serve. So I think in 2017 we served around 1,300 older adults, but probably 400 to 500 of those were older East African adults, refugees from Somalia. The caregiver coaching that we are able to offer to help caregivers gain the skills, the confidence to care for the person that they are providing care for.
John and I were residents together at the old Ramsey in the 70s, and I met him the first day of my medicine rotation as a second-year resident. He was the intern. Over the last probably 7 years, my husband became evident he was losing his memory. Well, the caregiver coaching was what I was hearing about. This is a hugely valuable service to help people who are struggling to navigate this morass of what do you do with a loved one with cognitive impairment. Just problem solving at a very fundamental level for questions that you have as that process evolves. I ended up with many more questions about how to prioritize things, how to keep him safely in the home environment where we've lived for 25 years. And we in the baby boomer generation are aging, and our partners and parents and friends, the incidence of dementias is increasing for a variety of reasons, but knowing that there is something easily accessible, both geographically and with the ability to offer a sliding fee scale financially to directly impact care on an individualized basis is, if not always life-saving, sanity-saving. And to be able to go through this process with a great deal more grace and maybe less stress for everybody involved is a hugely important thing.
Helping people maintain their dignity through some of life's most difficult challenges is the cornerstone of the JFS mission, and financial assistance service can be the last line of defense against some of the worst circumstances. JFS client Matthew Levine was a successful professional when suddenly, without any warning, Matt's life was forever changed.
In 2012, I suffered a traumatic brain injury known as TBI. And as a result of that injury, I had to learn how to walk again. I was no longer able to work, and I developed kidney disease. I was in marketing in an engineering firm for 20 years.
After extensive rehab, it was determined that Matt could no longer work. He applied for Social Security disability.
In 2014, JFS helped me move into this apartment. And I was able to manage with my Social Security disability. But over the years, with the constant rent increase, it just became too difficult. With the last rent increase, I couldn't afford the rent anymore.
He applied for a rent subsidy, but knew it would take time for the program to begin helping with his rent. Scared and running out of options, Matt turned to JFS.
I was facing eviction and homelessness, and I went to JFS see if they can help me. Like I went to other places and say, yeah, we'll help you, but they never get back to you, okay? And what, JFS said they would do, they did, and they came through and basically saved the day.
Because of donors like you, JFS was able to pay $500 towards Matt's rent while he waited for his rent subsidy to begin. Now, Matt feels confident that he can continue to live in the home he has made for himself. To provide the best possible care for a loved one, caregivers often sacrifice their own physical and emotional needs. The resulting feelings of anger, anxiety, sadness, isolation, exhaustion, and then guilt for having these feelings can exact a heavy toll.
I came to the caregiver group because I was hoping to get support after my husband was diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment, hoping that I would be able to gain some strategies in terms of how to deal with my own emotions, how to deal with his lessened cognitive function, really trying to figure out what our lives were going to look like.
Caregiving is a hard job, especially when it's on top of work and family life and many other commitments that people have, and for spouses, older spouses who are caring for another older adult.
I saw his life shrinking. He wasn't able to go out. We used to go out 3 times a week and listen to music. And suddenly, he couldn't do that anymore. And because I had to be there to take care of him, I couldn't do it either. And so our worlds really shrunk. JFS has done a wonderful job of coordinating this.
Thank you, JFS.
Thank you, JFS.